Okay, so I'll begin with my first question. So, ma'am, can you please brief us a little about yourself and your journey?
I'm Jaya, General Manager of Sahodaran. Sahodaran is an organization working for LGBTIQA+. It is nothing but lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex people, and asexual plus. So we have been working for them last 25 years, 2.5 decades, more than 2.5 decades in Chennai. Our founder director is Dr. Sunil Menon. He's the first self-identified gay man in India, in South India. And also he is a passenger choreographer, and he has been developing community leaders last
Okay.
2.5 decades. And myself, I'm a before the stage of trans woman that is called the Koti. Koti means is nothing but uh, they haven't they haven't they're undergone operation.
Okay.
So,
That
but in the Supreme Court verdict in 2014, April 15, Kotis and Tirunangai, Jogappa, Shivashakti, all are there under the transgender umbrella. So
yeah.
we are trans women. I'm really proud I'm a trans.
Yes. That's great. That's great, ma'am. So we'll begin with our second question. So, what kind of hardships do trans people face at this societal level? Talking about 2021.
Um, we have been facing lots of issues, especially stigma and discrimination from the family and the education institution, working institution, and other part of society. But in 2020 and 21, we have suffered lots of financial crisis because of the pandemic period. But but well-wisher of Sahodran and well-wisher of trans community and other supporters, donors, and funding agencies, they have done a lot from their side for our
That's
daily routine. Uh, you know, they have fulfilled our needs like groceries and other, especially uh, the agencies. For example, Dow Chemicals and Orinam and Katikari, lots of organizations. They have done a lot for trans women community on those days. First of all, I thank to Tamil Nadu Police Department because they are the first helping hands to trans women community in 2020 May. The first lockdown was started in 2020 March 22nd, and from 23rd on, 23rd only one day
yes, yes.
gap. From 24th onwards, all states fully locked down. So they
Yes, yes.
suffered a lot.
So
This is your
even I
third
have heard
question.
a lot. I have heard that the Tamil police is and the people there are they are so educated and they are very like knowledgeable in South if we talk about. So even you are telling the same only.
Lots of help here, helping
Yeah.
hands. You know, who introduced you, DORAI Foundation, Madam Sumitra. She has done lots of help to the trans women community on those days. We never ever forget all uh, those help.
That's great. That's so
Mm.
good to hear. So, like, talking about the next question. So, what kind of emotional stress does a transgender go through? Of course, we only see a part of your world, but only you can tell the what's the real hardship you go through. So can you please talk about the emotional angle?
Yes, actually, we won't, we didn't get any laws, we didn't get heard any laws about the transgender community. After long struggle, after long protest, after long issues, after we got the Transgender Persons Act 2000,
Yeah.
2019, you know, and also the rules has been followed nowadays. But at the same time, we need acceptance from the family side. Without family acceptance, we won't go anywhere. You know, from the family, they thrown out or they will come from there. Okay, whatever it is. They are searching job for food, but it is not going to happen. It was not going to happen. So that's why they mingle with their community,
Yes.
the transgender community. The transgender community always, before they have already they have some structure, the two work engagement. Number one, what is called begging or sex work. Okay, so no other way. The cultural, the transgender culture um, taught like this. So uh, they are also doing the same. And we are all asking one question: why transgenders are begging and why transgenders are doing sex work? But we don't think about their needs. Why they are coming out from their home? Because of their femininity, feminine look. Okay, it was not happened in their family. That's why they came out. So they need feminization process like breast implant or sexual reassignment surgery. Nowadays, that is called gender affirmation surgery, and endocrinologists meet, psychiatrists meet, and other HIV and STI doctors have to meet. But these are all uh, charges, in between 3 lakh to 10 lakh. How it is possible to earn that huge money from one company? Is it possible?
That's not
That's
possible.
the same way. I don't I don't any false information to you, giving to you, because you are all thinking, so transgenders are begging and sex work. Is that good? Yes, that is bad, but government should think about themselves, you know, about them, because they need, these are all kinds of uh, needs they have to fulfill, no? But
Exactly.
they did it. In Tamil Nadu, around Tamil Nadu, in the census says 11,632 something. Okay,
Okay.
only 11,000 trans women are there. Is it very tough to give work for them? Is it very tough to give medical insurance to them? Is it very easy? You know very well the COVID compensation 4,000
Yes.
per person, and the other related helps also goes to the poor community who needy community. But transgender communities need, they don't mind, because we are very small. We are very small amount of community. So that is
Yes.
why they are not thinking about themselves, about ourselves. So this is the reason they are nowadays also they are doing sex work and begging. So we have to think about the government has to think about transgender.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You guys don't even have the equal rights, and government is
And
not
also,
even ready.
sorry for the interruption, and also we have separate ward, separate clinic for the third gender in Rajiv Gandhi Medical Hospital, Chennai,
Yes.
and also it is there in Madurai also. But it is not easy to get medical help from government easily. They are on the queue, or they are waiting for long time. You won't believe one trans woman went to GH, the third gender clinic, and asked them for her treatment. So they said, please wait at least 1 year. The process
One
is
year?
going. Yes, process is going like this. So nowadays, we have done our sensitization program to the doctors who are engaged in this gender affirmation surgery clinic. Now it's little better, but I'm not sure it is not 100% better. We have,
Oh
but
my God.
we hope this government it will take lead perfectly. You know very well, Tamil Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, president of DMK, Dr. Kalanja, he has given name of Thirunangai to all trans women people. And then now his son, ruling party in the chief minister, he is also very supportive with the trans community. We hope it will take some actions.
Yes, yes. Even I have some positive hopes with this new India and our government, because as that section abolished of 377, so even I see some positive vibes of the equality for transgenders. So yeah, even I am hoping for the best that things
Yes,
may
but
take its
I'm
change.
I'm I'm saying about transgender. I'm not saying about the LGBT community.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In Tamil Nadu, in India, they are all at least accepting about trans women community, but not even trans men community. They are
Yes.
always forget about them. And in the what is called LGB community, they are not understanding lesbian, gay, bisexual,
Yeah,
asexual
for
people.
Indian parents or the generation, if we talk about the previous one, they don't consider it as a thing. They say that
Yes,
there is some
but they
problem with your psychology. You're not fine. You will get all right if you stay by home or listen to us. They don't consider it as a thing only. According to them, it's a disease. So even I have seen this from my own eyes of like parents of my own friends. Like even I have some of my friends who go through this problem. So I can of course get the gist of what you're talking about.
because they are doing uh, own way. That is
Yeah.
not uh, because that is not natural. So that's why Supreme Court says in 2018 September, see, consensual sex is not crime within the adult in the private room. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Cylinder
sure.
கோவில் போறார் உங்க வீட்டை எடுத்து போறார் எடுத்துட்டு சமைச்சிட்டு மறுபடியும் வைக்கணும். ஆனா கண்டினியூ பண்றதுக்கு என்ன பண்ண இப்ப சமைக்கிறதுக்கு எடுத்துக்கோமா சூர்யா, நம்மளது ஏற்கனவே வந்துடுச்சு. அதனால இல்ல போறாருனாக்கா இப்ப போயிடுறாரா? ஓ, சரி, நீ அங்கிள் கிட்ட போய் கேளு. முதல்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இந்த காலி சிலிண்டரை கொடுத்து அங்கிள் கிட்ட கேளு. அப்படி இல்லைன்னு சொன்னாருன்னா,
Continue.
சாரி சாரி இன் சகோதரன்
No
in
problem. No.
Samudran, each and every day, we are giving free midday meal to community people.
Okay.
But the cylinder is gone. That's why they need cylinder. Okay.
Okay.
So LGB community, they don't understand. Even government people also. Um, in 2009, first time, lots of struggle. After lots of struggle, the Delhi High Court says consensual sex is not crime within the adults in the private room. That is not illegal, IPC 377. So that's why Delhi High Court says in June, July 2nd, 2009. After that, immediately that case put on to the Supreme Court, and argument was going, and then we talked about this article versus IPC. What is the difference between article versus IPC? Which is strong? Article we made, right? Dr. Ambedkar made article, Indian article. But IPC, Indian Penal Code, made by England government, who's ruling in India, British government.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's why the Article 15 and Article 21 says the liberty, the rights of human. After that, in February 2nd, 2017, yes, 2016, February 2nd, the case go went to the constitutional bench, which is, who's the Chief Justice of Supreme Court. He is the chairperson. So after that, we got to 2018, September 6th, the same verdict, which was given by Delhi High Court. So why I'm telling is these lots of struggle we are facing, especially LGBT community facing still now. We are the LGBT community abused by blackmail, used by
Yes,
harassment, sexually abused, verbally abused, and thrown throughout from the family. So they are not thinking about their sexuality. They're they're all thinking, oh, if you are change your gender, okay, you go change your gender. But they are
mm-hmm.
not about sexuality. That is the difference between sexuality and gender. The
Yes,
transgender has gender issues, and LGBT community is a sexuality issue. Gender issue, maybe they are accepting, but sexuality issues, because they are thinking that is abnormal.
exactly, exactly.
So, so it is not, more than 1,000 years book, 1,000 years old book. Name is called Kama Sutra. In the
Yeah,
world, India only made that, and we published to every countries, to every countries. But the same Kama Sutra says male and male sex and female sex, and Mohenjo-daro horticulture, and Ellora art. So these are all says LGBT community, but the community not accepted, especially in the ruling party of central government. They are very much. They are not very much,
exactly. It's a
because
taboo. It's a taboo.
this is taboo, because 1 month before we one case filed, we got verdict about consensual sex is not crime. But then why don't we marriage male and male, female and female? But they are
Exactly.
not agree. They said it is not under the family structure in the marriage of male and same sex marriage. So this is happening. So we have been doing sensitization programs to various stakeholders, not only for the government officials and policy makers, even local thugs, police, advocates, judicial department, house owners, landlords, brokers, and other community leaders. Why we are doing like this? We need enabling environment in
Yes,
in the society, because we are also human, not only trans men and trans. Even LGBT community also need enabling environment. It is we don't want any sympathy, empathy. We need, as a human,
acceptance.
acceptance. We don't want any from in Tamil, full of banana leaves, put rice, some other ingredients. We don't want like that. We want only treat as a human being. That's it. We don't want any schemes. We don't want any special attention.
You just want normal
Let
attention.
live,
Exactly
let
normal.
yes, let live as a human.
Yeah,
That's it.
live and let live, exactly. So, can I ask you, like, why do people have a hard time differentiating between sexual orientation and gender identity?
Sorry, pardon.
So, I was asking that why do people have a hard time differentiating between sexual orientation and gender identity, as you just
Because
talked about?
yes, they don't know about sexual orientation and gender identity. You know, one boy, he's looks like feminine. Immediately they said, "Oh, are you going to become a transgender?" Like this, but maybe he is going to become a transgender, or maybe he's going to become a gay or asexual or other sexuality part. But they are thinking, in case if they have any difference, they are all transgender. That is not true. Absolutely not. This is the difference between sexual orientation and gender identity. And we have done, Soji, bullying, based on sexual orientation and gender identity. We have collaborated with the UNESCO about LGBT's school life. What about their
Okay,
school life? They are facing bullying, and then you won't believe, more than 95% community people from LGBT community, from the they were facing lots of abuse, lots of stigmatized, lots of discrimination by not only students, even teachers. Okay, it was very,
exactly.
it was very shocking. And when I when we have done the what is called dissemination program, the secretaries, IAS officers, bureaucrats from education department, not even secretary,
Yes,
from matriculation director, and which is called primary school director, and secondary school director also came, and they have given their points. We will do in future very nicely for transgender. We have
exactly.
spoken about LGBT community, but
Yeah,
they have taken only trans women community. And then we have published that book, research book, UNESCO and Sahodran have done in the Anna Sanitary Library. The ADMK minister, the school minister, Honorable K. Sengotian, came and given his speech. Okay, yes, I have read all the points from this community, and we will hereafter the all school will do in the prayer time. Will
okay.
talk nicely about a trans woman community. Underline the word. He is
Yes,
also, he is the a minister, he is the nodal officer of the state. He doesn't know about LGBT community. He knows only trans women community, not even trans men. So this is my worrying about bureaucrats and other political leaders, political parties. They don't understand sexuality, sexual and other sexual, what is called, orientation. That is the issue. I think, thank you for choosing Zoom. This meeting no longer has the
no,
time
no, we have
limit.
extended it to unlimited minutes now because we are enjoying
Okay.
talking with you and we are getting so much knowledge and new things to learn. So we have extended it to unlimited minutes now.
Yes, yes. This is the reason I am always worried about.
Yeah.
But here we have a coalition that is called Tamil Nadu Rainbow Coalition. Tamil Nadu
Okay.
Rainbow Coalition is not an organization. That is a coalition. It's include all LGBT organizations and volunteers and allies and LGBT friends and families and activists. So this is called the Tamil Nadu Rainbow Coalition, and we have been doing these activities from 2009 onwards. And in the June Pride March, every June, every year June last week of Sunday. So we have celebrating huge level Pride March in Chennai, and also we have been doing sensitization and conferences, film screening, lots of things on that month, because June Pride Month is a very special Pride Month, because Stonewall War in US in 1960s. Stonewall, it's a place, LGBT community versus the police department of US, include army, and they have fought, and then LGBT, they won the war. So that is a celebration.
Wow.
Yes, that is a celebration of June Pride. It was happened on last Sunday of June.
Yes, yes.
That's why in
Even
Tamil
I like
Nadu,
take updates in the June month because through Instagram only I have seen the Pride parades in US, even
yes,
like some of say like in India also. It's such a lively month for you guys. Like it's so
yes,
lively and
yes,
it's so happening. It's very nice.
very, yes, yes.
So
And
okay.
but it is only in June in Tamil Nadu, but other states different dates they have.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not compulsion of you have to do the celebration in the month of
Yeah,
June.
yeah,
That is,
exactly. So if I ask you that when one start showing the sign that like can you tell us what do when people start showing signs of gender identity?
they're thinking in case if you are wearing different clothes,
Yeah.
then they are starting their bullying.
Okay. So these
Yes,
are the early signs when one identifies their gender identity.
yes, yes. Gender
Okay.
identity. To now, in my case, you won't believe. Actually, the reason of transgender birth, different stories. We don't have any concrete evidence. The World Health Organization says in 2006, the transgender and other community people from different sexual orientation, that is that is you treated them as a left-handed person.
Okay.
Left-handed persons, they are all doing their left hand. In case if you do the bet with them, you do all the activities in your right hand. Yes, they will
Yeah.
do, but at the same but at the same time, in the emotion of the time, they will act their left hand. That is true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whenever they'll get a chance, so by choice
Yes.
they'll take out their left hand only. Yeah, got it.
Same like transgender and LGBT people. Their orientation and their gender identity, and that is their vote. But in case if you are insisting, if you are compelling to change their gender identity, yes, they will, but it is not 100% acting. Okay,
Yeah.
one day it will come true. It will
You gave
come
a
to.
really nice example that left hand and right
Yes,
hand. It's a really good
yes, of
example.
course. The World Health Organization says like that. And in the organization's point of view, we have four reasons. One is hormone imbalance or chromosomes imbalance. Maybe or may not be, we're not sure. And second reason is in case in the family, no female child, so that boy treated as a female child. So it is also one of the reasons they are going to become a transgender. Maybe or may not be. Third one, lots of female children. So only one boy always playing with that girl child. So that is why they he's changing himself as a trans. And fourth one is
Yeah, they imbibe
uh,
the habits.
ah, fourth one is the what is called the genetic reason. You know,
Okay.
genetic reasons means our ancestor like that. So the child also looks like that. These are all maybe or may not be. We don't have any
Yeah.
concrete evidence. You know, and the first reason, the chromosomes imbalance. Even chromosomes imbalanced persons, they are they are acting themselves as a heterosexual. Please
Mm-hmm.
underline the okay. So that is
Heterosexual.
true.
Yes.
So that is not true. So my my story is very difficult.
Okay.
Uh, I'm not facing any stigma discrimination in my family and the neighborhood because they are thinking they are always guilty themselves because they are the reason I am like this because
Oh, so they blame themselves.
yes,
Oh
because
my God.
in my family all are male child, so they don't have any. Didn't
Okay.
have any girl child, so they are treated me as a girl child. Maybe that is the
Oh, okay.
reason they are thinking, but that is not true. I know very well, but I'm always misusing that. that is
Yeah.
why I'm not even single time, not even single time. I didn't receive any stigma and discrimination from my family members, not even my immediate brother, elder brother, and also my sister-in-law and my uncle. No, they are very much like
Yes. Okay. I
this.
have got the gist of it. Yes. Yes. So, can I know
What's
that
your
what
lunch
are the?
time?
Yes. Yes. Please say. You were saying
Okay,
something?
you carry on. No problem.
Okay. So I was saying that what are the misconceptions about transgender women and men? Because people tend to people are so confused about these two things because they are very separate things. So can you put a light on it?
Yes, actually, um, why they are not accepting trans men community because this is a patriarchal society. We are living
Okay.
with a patriarchal society. Patriarchal society means what? Male power. Okay.
Exactly.
So, in case one boy looks like or doing like female, it is very shame because boy is a stereotype. They have mustache, they have beard, they have what is called a six-pack body,
They can't
and
cry.
they are
If they are
uh,
crying, then society will say that, oh my God,
they
this
are
boy is
yes, they
crying.
are not going to cry. Like
Yeah.
these are all stereotypes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in the female don't talk loudly, don't laugh loudly, and always she covered all the parts of body, and and also she's not going to yearn for the family. But in the difference between trans men and trans men and trans women community means all trans men community they are changing themselves as a male and doing as a male, but the family always that is very proud to say my girl child looks like girl also they are looking she's looks like act like a male. It's a proud thing, at the
Yes.
same time the same girl cutting her hair like boy and wearing shirt or jean, it is very difficult to keep her in their place. Okay, this is a major difference in the family treated girl as a trans men, you know. But trans women they have some power, they have gut. Maybe they are biologically male. They have. some guts to come out and staying with their family, earning something, and so uh, because they are selling their body, and not even they are not thinking about their begging, so they go and beg because of their needs to be fulfilled.
They are
But
not left with options.
but trans men is entirely different from that. That is why trans men is not more, more number of trans men coming out. Yeah, these are all the reasons because of the
Yes, yes.
economically they are backward, and also in case if they lose their home and education, how they will earn from the general society? At least it's 7,000, 10,000. Yeah, it is not enough for their masculinization process, which is transition process. So these are all barriers of trans men community, and we are fighting with the government to take initiative, strong initiative for their medical needs. That's
Exactly.
why we are going to give the huge level and meha level meeting about that insurance, government insurance to be covered transgender transition process. Maybe that process for general community people, what is called, that is not covered in their insurance part. Because the cosmetic plastic surgeon and the plastic surgeon treatment, these are all not what is called important treatment. But that is very important treatment for transgender community. So that's what we are going to conduct a meeting. But what to do? Third wave, 30 wave corona, it's going because
Yeah,
we are not able to meet together, and then we are going to meet the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and we'll give our
exactly.
meet. And also, Tamil Nadu News 18 covered this type of needs, the different types of needs of trans men community, transgender community, and other part of certain communities from LGBT. His sitting name is called Sejis Sundaram. He is the director of Katikari, and he has done that coordination work with the community people and the Tamil Nadu News 18. And we hope government will take action for that.
Definitely, definitely. Now it's a high time. Now we need to see some good change, and I hope for the best. Like in the coming time, we see some good change. So, can you please throw some light on your awards and recognition? Like, would you like to tell something about like where you felt this is your highest level of achievement, or you felt proud about something in life?
No, I'm proud about my proud time. I was a sex worker in 1996, and I was joined Sahodran in 1999 as a peer educator. After that, I got a promotion as an outreach worker and field coordinator, MNE officer, and then program coordinator and program manager. Now I'm a general manager, and also I am the director, one of the directors of targeted intervention project. So these are all steps I go through that. It is not easy. Yes, it is easy to get these options, chances, these chances, these chances from Sahodran and Sunil Menon, who is the founder of Sahodran. But it is not to happen. It is not going to happen in other uh, agencies or other organizations. So and also I have been US 2 times. One was 2009 for gay marriage. I went to US, and then 2016 I went to US as a guest, for in US government. I am one of the 8 members from India, and I went to White Palace, White House,
Wow.
and I met Michelle Obama, and I sat I sat with Michelle Obama and other activists of US government for the dinner, and I met more than 200 people, activists who are activists of LGBT community, and I got into information from you. One extreme level positive and another one extreme level negative.
Okay.
Extreme level positive means they have P flag. P flag means that is a organization, parental organization, that is called Parents for Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual. You know, uh, that is an organization for parents who are LGBT plus. Okay,
Okay.
it is not in Tamil Nadu and India, and also maybe here it is, but it is not very strong. I know very well because I have been working for this community more than 2 decades. And second, the extreme level negative is they have lots of homeless people, transgender homeless people. Oh my God! Here we have a system like Jamaat. Okay, the elder transgender adopted by younger transgender, and firstly, younger transgenders adopted by elder trans. So this is the bonding relation, bonding each other.
That's
So
that's a,
I proud myself as a general manager of something like it. I don't have
your
any other.
achievements were really great. It was really a pleasure listening all those
Yeah,
great achievements.
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you through phone in between 8:30 and 10. Okay, because we are all sitting and watching me for lunch. Okay,
Okay, no problem, ma'am. But we
can we?
have really enjoyed talking to you this while, and even in this short span of time, you told a great journey about all the life you have covered till now, and it was great talking to you.
And
Really,
also convey my wishes to Sumitra ma'am, who is
sure,
giving this
ma'am, sure.
opportunity. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, we
before
will.
going, please
Yeah,
just we want to show a little level of appreciation from our side to you for sparing this much time for ourselves. So Nikita will present the screen and
yeah,
will felicitate you.
हाँ,
Had it been
what
the
is it?
case that this would have been offline, then हमने आपको साथ में खड़े होके देना था वो. But अभी सब कुछ online है, so we'll felicitate you through online mode.
Wow,
So this is a little level of token from our side. Please accept it.
oh, lovely, lovely.
is my screen
Thank you
showing
so
up?
much.
Yeah, Nikita,
Okay.
it's showing.
If you
Okay.
can send this certificate to my office
Sure.
through
Yes,
courier.
sure, sure.
I'll send it to your WhatsApp in the document file. You'll
Uh,
receive it by the end of the meeting.
yes, 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 yes. Yes,
Yes. Thank
and
you.
also I need, and also I need this certificate uh, print copy
Print copy. Okay, so
yes, through courier.
I'll have a conversation with Sumitra ma'am, and whatever the thing is, it will be posted to you.
Yes, thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It
Thank
was
you so
great
much.
talking to you. Thank you for giving us your valuable time.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.
Jayvin. Doha.